Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and it's a great pleasure and a good opportunity to address you, and as we had said, address you again, as I have also had the opportunity of doing that in the past. First of all, Christian, congratulations, and I'm sure that as a new president of IRU, you will have a lot of very challenging tasks ahead, and I'm very much looking forward to cooperating with you. And as I said, also it's good to see some continuity we have. It's also a pleasure to re-engage with you, and I'd like to congratulate you as well for the new logo, which I think is actually very nice, and is also showing the dynamism which is present in the road transport sector. Let me try to shortly outline also a couple of key challenges that the road transport is facing, looking at it from our perspective. First, to talk about the internal market for road transport. As you well know, for a well-functioning internal market for road transport, clear and also commonly applied rules are absolutely essential. And equally important are the unhindered border crossings between member states. Unfortunately, we are seeing a number of developments these days that are going in the opposite direction. I strongly believe that there is a need to find the right balance between an efficient and well-functioning internal market for road transport, protection of workers, and fair competition. A goal that the current legal framework is trying to achieve. But we are not there yet. Also today we are unfortunately seeing several examples where EU member states are taking own initiatives which are at the same time also unduly restrictive. Let me underline that the Commission has engaged in dialogue with the member states, and if there is no progress, we will not hesitate to address these issues via the infringement procedures when necessary, in order to maintain the integrity of the internal market in road transport. This said, we equally know that the current rules are far from being perfect. They are unclear in some important points, and this leads to different interpretations between member states. We plan to tackle these issues as part of the announced road initiatives by clarifying those rules and, whenever possible, by simplifying them. Clearly, we need less red tape, we need more simplification, and we need to take this very seriously. I'm also very keen to see that we could take the leap and move on in using all the potential that the digital economy gives to us, and also to see that less papers would be there and more electronic e-solutions, which is part of the contemporary development. We are also facing new challenges, and the reintroduction of border controls as a result of the migrant crisis would really be a serious impediment for the free movement of goods in the internal market. We know that this situation could have a significant impact on road transport, and that's also what the President said in his remarks earlier. Our estimation is that the impact on the road haulage sector would be more than 3 billion euros, probably even more than that, and I believe that this is a relatively conservative estimation. In this context, let me just underline that we will do our utmost to ensure that the specific situation of the road transport sector is properly taken into account also in these discussions. Of course, this is a bigger challenge that Europe is facing, but at the same time, we must also preserve the key elements of the European cooperation, namely the well-functioning internal market and the four freedoms to the extent possible. A couple of words about the efficiency of road transport. Road transport, I believe, is generally a very efficient mode of transport, as demonstrated also by the high share of goods and passengers transported by road. The question today is how to maintain an efficient road transport sector, while at the same time reducing also its negative environmental side effects. As you know, the Commission is working on a strategy to decarbonize the transport sector. Of course, this is an ongoing process, but there will be a communication coming out later this year. And we believe that road charging is an important instrument in this context to incentivize cleaner vehicles and cleaner fuels, as well as more efficient transport operations. Does this necessarily mean paying more? Well, not necessarily. Without increasing road charges, one could think of a bonus-malus system where the good pay less and the bad pay more. I believe another answer, obviously, to efficiency is to work on innovation in road transport. The potential is very much there. Infrastructure capacity is limited, so we must try to use it in an optimal way. Many initiatives are ongoing that we can only encourage. For example, the Netherlands initiated the European Truck Platooning Challenge 2016, also something that the President was referring to. The truck platooning definitely something which has a place in the future. And the truck platoons will rally to the Netherlands from different cities like Vienna, through Frankfurt am Main is part of this challenge. The Commission will also continue to support technology developments, for instance with Horizon 2020 and via the ITS platform, which my DG has established. I can also see a lot of perspective through better use of IT solutions in the logistics chain and to that effect also in road transport. We need to use all the means available to increase the efficiency and to benefit more from the modern tools. Let me also say a couple of words about the passenger transport. Passenger transport by coach and bus is among the safest and most energy efficient means of transport that we have today in our disposal. The latent demand by users is vast. This has recently been clearly seen in member states where markets for regular domestic transport have been opened. As a result, such services, as we have seen, have really flourished. We need to keep promoting these kinds of developments. This is one of the elements we plan to present also in the context of the road initiatives later this year. Finally, dear friends, I think we can all agree that there are many challenges ahead of us. In fact, road transport is used to that. There have always been a lot of challenges, and many of them you have very efficiently tackled. It's only by working together that we will be able to solve them. I therefore take this opportunity to say that we must keep up our good and close cooperation, and I also more than happy to invite President and Secretary General for further discussions to see how we can better understand also some of the challenges that you are facing. The Commission is going to ask also the input of you on a number of occasions in 2016. It will be part of the public stakeholder consultations on the road initiatives and also at the Road Transport Conference in April, so in less than 2 months. It's by working together that we will contribute to maintaining a strong, sustainable and competitive road sector in Europe. Let's do that together. Thank you very much.